Hi folks, and welcome to more Dominion Seaside gameplay. So, hey, apparently I have a 5-2 here, and that's an amazing 5-2 with Chapel and Wharf on the board. So let's jump right into this Chapel. And yeah, Wharf. Wharf is one of the craziest draw cards in the game. So basically, it only gives you two cards and buy when you play it, which is like good, but not like anything special. But when you, on the next turn, at the start of the turn, you also draw two cards in the buy for free, basically. And so basically, you start the turn with this, like 7 cards, and that's crazy good. So here, sadly, I didn't get it to trash any estates, but it's fine. We'll kill the coppers and buy silver here. So what also is here? We have a ghost ship. Ghost ship is one of the most annoying attacks in the game. Yeah, so basically it makes you top deck 2 cards, and that's generally like in most situations it's more annoying than say militia, which makes you discard 2 cards, because ghost ship makes you if you say have a hand of like 5 bad cards, 2 of those go next. You're gonna see them again next turn, and if somebody can play ghost ship every turn on you, then you're gonna get in trouble. So yeah, let's just get a silver. My opponent buys a merchant ship, which is not a good buy, because a merchant ship is sadly one of the dots of Seaside. It's it gives you some money this turn and the next turn, which is something, but in comparison to say Wharf or Ghost Ship, it's such a weak card. So we have a village here, Native Village, which is a pretty unique card. It lets you stockpile cards on your Native Village mat, and then you can pick them up. So here I feel like I need more economy. Probably a silver would be fine. So yeah, it's fine. I ended up just trashing everything no matter what, but. And this turn, I probably shouldn't have been trashing this much. I should have been keeping another copper. But oh well, because right now I kind of need more economy. I feel like Native Village and silver would be nice at this point. And this turn I'm gonna go ahead and buy a ghost ship. So basically we're gonna draw a deck with wharves and probably a single ghost ship and some native villages. Actually, on the other hand, yeah, okay. After bashing this merchant ship for being a bad card, I think this board is a rare example where actually you might go for some merchant ships, because you can make double tactician deck with merchant ship. I and yeah, merchants won't work because you will discard your silver with tactician. Poachers will work and merchant ships will work. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I think just getting the golds might be better. So I'll try and go for that. That's the turn where my opponent issues start with the ghost ship, because that's gonna hurt. Pick up the silver, and I ain't gonna trash here. Gonna get the second wharf. I mean, honestly, I can get a gold here already. Probably just getting the gold would be correct. But yeah, that means that's just a little bit greedy, because that would mean I'm not playing a wharf this turn, but it's okay. The deck is like way really thin, so it's fine. I kind of want this gold to boost my economy, and we are going to build quite big here. I expect to play like a couple of wharfs per turn, and I want to add some merchants and some poachers and some golds. We also have an explorer here. Explorer is generally a very weak card, but it's usable sometimes. If you like The problem with Explorer, the silver gaining is kind of really weak, but to get to the gold gaining, you need to have a province in hand. And if you have a province on hand, usually you just want to, to get more provinces. You just don't really want to build the whole lot anymore. So, oh hey, I didn't get to my ghost ship this turn, sadly. But oh well, that was, I guess, I was punished by for being greedy. So, what should I get here? I can have 9. Let's get rid of this copper, get the wharf and the poacher. Looks good to me. That's the first province for my opponent. Luckily I draw this native village. I think I'm going to pick up nothing from the mat, because if I set aside my second village, that would be no good. Let's play wharf and the ghost ship. And I'll probably just get a couple more poachers here. So starting from this turn, we're going to be playing a wharf every turn, and I'm going to pick up additional wharfs and additional native villages. It's basically your old good village Smithy engine, but with new components, kind of. But wharfs engines are really, really strong. And in fact, a native village is not the strongest village here, but in fact, even without the chapel, this engine would work. And wharf is such a strong card that you don't really need to trash all that effectively for it to work. So here, then again, I'm just going to pick up and do it again. And let's see how much money we can get here. Let's get another wharf, and probably just gold. Yeah, that would make sense. So I'm gradually gonna be increasing the amount of wharfs I am playing every turn. You don't want to be in a situation where one turn you play one wharf and the next turn you play 3 wharfs. You're gonna be to keep it, on the level. Pick up. I'm definitely underusing those native villages here, but I just don't want to set aside anything important, which might not be correct. Here's my last wharf. Sadly drew this poacher dead, but it's fine. Probably at this point we're gonna need another native village. Let's get another wharf, and I can get merchant and a poacher. Looks good to me. Probably merchants are just strictly better for me than poachers, to be honest, because I have 3 silvers. I always gonna have gonna play a silver at the end of the turn. And yet another merchant ship. So yeah, merchant ship ain't good. That's not a good card. Let's set aside here, and what did I set aside? A gold. Well, I would like it back. So let's pick up. So yeah, that's a lot of money already. Let's probably just get yet another wharf, another gold, and a couple of merchants. I like that. So yeah, gold increases my payload by 3 coins per turn. 2 merchants increase my payload by 2 coins per turn, but they don't cloak my deck. So I kind of like the combination of those here. But then again, Wharf is one card that allows you to pick up more stop cards because it's such a strong draw. My opponent raises his fleet of merchant ships. Set aside, draw. But yeah, if usually if you ever see ghost ship on the board and any kind of village, usually you just go for it because it's such a strong attack. It's one of the most devastating attacks in the board. Actually, here you can kind of protect from it with double tactician deck because it increases the reliability and whatnot. But yeah. So one thing I can do here, I can build. I can keep building more. There are still some villages, some payload to gain, and some wars left. But I don't feel I need to. I can just start provincing here. It's fine. Well, that's bad, right? Because I was only able to play a single wharf, and I think, well, it's okay. I won't attack my opponent here this turn. It's less than ideal, but whatever. I just want to play two wharfs at least, and it is very likely that I will be able to end this turn. So one trick you can do with Native Village, if you are able to know precisely what's on top of your deck, you can like top deck. If you can like top deck the province, for example, and do it consistently, you can just pseudo trash your victory cards and just set them aside on the mat, and this way they won't clog your deck, but I mean you still get the points. So that's neat. Here I believe we can draw everything. Yeah, let's just play a wharf to not make my opponent react to the attack. And here it is. Alright, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.